It's George,
It's Jay.
and this is the Dope Boys podcast.
Hey, I got you. Yeah, slide it in there, innit?
Back for another episode. Dopamine chasing,
Unfiltered opinions.
mid-30-year-old millennial.
Speak for yourself, bruv.
Men.
I'm 6 months under that. No, I'm joking. I'm here. I've
Yeah,
been here.
I'm 3 years over that.
Bruv, I feel it. I feel 40 as it is.
But yeah, we're just, a couple of guys, ADHD, talking about life, our experiences, and trying to be a bit lighthearted about it.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff we'll talk about will be quite serious, and I'm probably going to be the provider of misinformation, like a vessel for it, and hopefully you can help clinically break it down.
Try and rein
it in. But also, I'm not like a fool, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, I believe this.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might, though. Yeah, we're quite like the what's I'm looking for? Well, we could do with doctor and just the idiot with bare symptoms. You know what I'm saying? Just bothering you all the time.
Yes, yeah.
I like, That's good. That's
what we're doing. How's your week been?
Yeah, right, to be fair. What have I done? I've done 1 day's work. That's a good week, isn't it?
What, all week?
Yeah, all week. That's it. I'm off for 12 days now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Franchise life, innit?
It actually is a good opportunity to introduce, because in classic ADHD style,
We just rolled straight into
we did a whole episode
deep
the last
topic.
time.
Yeah.
Didn't say who the hell we are. So tell us a brief bit about your story. Who are you?
I hate that I am. It's so hard to do, innit?
Who are you, Jordan?
Who are you? I'm an imposter who wears a mask. No, I started off my career. It's hard. It's even hard to say it with I feel like I have imposter syndrome massively. So it's like hard for me to say that I've been an artist my whole life. I did GCSE art and flopped because of the ADHD. I never did no writing with the art. I smashed the art. I think I've got my art piece here actually somewhere, or is it at home? I don't know. I'll bring it in. I'll show it on the podcast next time.
Mm-hmm.
I got A stars and all that sort of stuff, and then never really did anything with it. I was told I was never going to be an artist, never, whatever. Then went on to do a bit of photography, videography, everything kind of media related. I had jobs in print. I've had jobs on the red carpet for the Daily Mirror.
Oh.
I then went to become a chef because career change and ADHD decided that was the best thing to do, just flip it. So you met me when I was a chef, innit? Excuse me. Yeah, I then started chefing, and I met my coach at the moment, Jeff, who's an absolute diamond. I started at the Wagon and Horses in northwest London, and then moved up to Bedfordshire.
What kind of place is that?
It's like a gastropub. It was at the time. I don't know who's taken it over now, but it was in Radlett. Really nice place. It was great. Some of my best friends have come out of there, and I carried that on. Went to Centre Parks, worked my way up. Had a massive fallout with Centre Parks, and was like, I'm never chefing again. Took the leap to become an artist during COVID, and I've never looked back. So now I run a paint and sip franchise in Bedfordshire area, and I do all of this on the side. So I have painted a football club, so Real Bedford. Shout out to Pete at Real Bedford. Gave me the opportunity to do a sick, massive installation piece. I've done some work with some local shops, some graphic design, just anything creative really. Oh, I worked at the Daily Telegraph, so that was sick. One of the best experiences I've had.
Doing art.
Doing the front page editing.
Oh, sick.
Well, I got a couple of opportunities to the front page, but that was proper sick. That was really good. And then I've done some car spraying. So anything creative really, I've kind of always dabbled in. Never really held down proper normal jobs. I did some HGVing as well. Forgot about that. Got the big boy truck on my license, which is quite sick. But it lasted 6 months, and I gave that up. I was like, this is shit.
Yeah.
I had to do 18-hour days. You know, they say 9 hour, that's the driving time, and then the loading, and I worked for Kazoo for a bit.
Who's Kazoo?
You know, the car delivery company.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Rishi used to work for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have loads of cars on the back of?
Yeah, it has to load them up. So you had to go find them in the morning, like an auction site. You'd get given just the registrations. You'd have to go find them at 5 in the morning, load them all onto the car. You'd have to reverse them on, by the way. Yeah. But you'd have to reverse with your head out like this, up the ramp, and there's about that much space either side.
Did you ever damage any of them?
No.
What's the worst?
I never damaged nothing.
Don't draw me out.
No, I did. I smashed up bare cars. there's like 2 levels at the top. There's the back level, and you could operate each section of the lorry individually on like hydraulics. And I just wasn't looking because they just stress you out. And I dented the back of a brand new Seat FR or whatever it was, some Ibiza, but caved the whole back boot in. And I just said to them, bro, I found it like this. Sorry, that bro. No, I didn't. I said I smashed it, and that's what the insurance is for.
Yeah.
So they were just like, yeah, cool. You have to offload everything. I was on my way home. That was in Stoke at 4 p.m. Bearing in mind, I'd been on the road since 5 a.m. And this was my last route back.
Oh,
so you pick up 6, drop off 6, pick up 6, drop off 6, and I was picking up my last 6 to come home to drop it off. That was the second car I'd put on. So bearing in mind, you have the ramp up to the back at the top. You have 1 car. Then you drive up the next 2 cars. They go up. Then you drive the 3 cars on the bottom. So I'd put them all in, and I was just adjusting. Oh, it took me an extra 2 hours.
Oh,
man. From there on, I literally rang. So I'd missed an opportunity at the Telegraph like 6 months ago, and I literally rang him and was like, "You need to hire me, bruv. I'm sick of this. I can't do this. I'm tired. I can't do this." And he was like, "All right, there's something coming up."
Yeah.
I just went for it.
So you had quite a few changes in jobs.
Yeah,
I mean, that's quite classic ADHD. Was it
classic?
Yeah, you got bored of them.
Yeah, straight away. I'd learned everything I needed to learn. There's no progression, or I'd learned that there's no progression.
Yeah.
Or I'd learned that the progression style didn't fit my character. I'm not a kiss ass. Can't bothered. I'm a kiss ass when it suits me. Obviously, everybody is, right? As soon as you get a part of a job that you're like, oh, there's a bit of opportunity there. How can I help? Do you know what I mean? What can I do to help?
Yeah.
Hi, Jordan. Yeah, so it didn't fit my style, so I just move on, just adapt and be like, cool, I've learned, I've moved, but that's paid favor to my ability now. Like I'd say like I'm a design consultancy, or I want to end up being like an artistic curator. So creation is everything, but a curator is someone you look on who has good taste in their field. That's where I want to end up. So that's the goal, basically. So yeah, a combination of just everything arty, and then chefing in the middle, and then just some boy driving stuff, some geezer stuff, and then that was it. Yeah. So that's a roundabout way. That's me, and I'm here now, and I'm just trying to be the best artist I can be. Sorry, I'm slapping things and making. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm really, imagine just the next thing, it's just me, with the chair on my head, like, just talk about me. I love it. No, I just want to be a dope arty guy. So I'm just going to run it and see how it goes.
And what's your neurodivergent story?
Oh, struggled my whole life. Never knew why I was different. Couldn't wake up on time. Struggled with anxiety, like just my whole life. Still do, obviously. You know, it's a battle. But yeah, bullied quite a lot as a child. And now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, oh, was it quite bait that I was different? Maybe. Through high school, never did my homework. Never did my homework. My brain couldn't get round, why do I need to take this home? Why? I've come home to relax. My boys are knocking on the door and my mum's like, you got an essay to write? And I was like, yeah, nah.
That's it.
But I had the typical lack of consequence and overwhelming fear of, if I don't do it, I would do it last minute. So I would always do it, but I would do it right before the day or on the day.
Yeah.
Or I'd be belling up my friends and being like, help me, please, like on the way to school.
Yeah, when the anxiety's kicked in.
Yeah. And I'd bust them Haribo, literally. I beg, because my mum always used to line me up for a couple of quid to go get Haribo and stuff. So I would literally be like, I'll sacrifice this if you help me out, because I've pushed my limit. Like today with parking tickets and stuff, I'll wait till it's too serious, till they're knocking on my door to be like, ah, cool, take the money, man, chill.
Yeah, rather than like pay it on the...
Yeah, when it should be. But it's just, I never did my homework. I remember the maddest thing ever. I had a math teacher called Mrs. Ezekiel, and she hated my dad. That's how long she's been around, right? She figured out my surname.
What do you mean she hated your dad?
Well, my dad was fixing her car one day, and he dropped it off the ramp. He was a mechanic. He smashed the car to pieces, so she remembered the surname.
Runs in the family.
Big up, Big Martin. Yeah, shout out my dad. That's the funniest story. There was a Mini on a ramp, and he dropped it. It landed on his roof, and it busted up her car. And she hated him ever since. And then she saw my name. I didn't do no homework for her because she was just annoying, just bare annoying. And she wrote so hard in my diary, each day that I'd missed, that by the back of the diary, her signature was there, so I couldn't get away from it. She stamped through my diary. You know, to get your diary signed and stuff.
Yeah.
She wrote through it that I had 100 pieces of maths homework that I didn't do. And I always said I was going to do it. So she literally dashed it in there. And then, so that when I went to the head teacher to like complain about it, like there was just evidence and proof that I'd done it. Like she literally stamped it in there.
Oh.
So I just dashed my diary and was like, I need a new one. I lost it. And then the head teacher was like, right, this is getting long. They gave me a Saturday detention for that. So I had,
Saturday detention.
You don't know about Saturdays?
I don't think we had them at our school.
Oh my days.
Or at least I don't know.
So Mill Hill, we had Saturdays. So if you missed your homework 5 times, you'd get a 20-minute after school. If you missed the 20-minute, you'd get an hour after school.
Yeah.
If you missed 5 hours, you'd get a Saturday. And then if you got 3 Saturdays, you were excluded for the day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I had 3
Saturday.
Saturdays. I managed to get to an internal exclusion, but they waited until Mufti Day. So I bowled in all happy in my own clothes, and they just sent me upstairs into ICU.
It's what?
Internal exclusion unit, or whatever it was, ICU.
That's
I swear down,
that intensive care unit. I thought they battered you. What was your punishment, boy?
Neurodivergent. You're gonna learn, man. You're gonna learn today, like literally. Yeah. Nah, like that's how that happened, and I just had a bad taste in my mouth about school, so I just started bunking from then. I was like, fuck this, I can go do other things, like just hanging out with my friends instead, and just literally got a camera and just started like taking photos. So like that kind of sparked that like anti-establishment in me, that little bit of you. But it worked.
Yeah.
In the long run. It took time. It took 16 years, but I went to college to do fine art and everything and just hated it. I hated the system. So if I woke up and I was anxious, I could never get back on track for the whole day. I didn't know what it was. So having now recently learned that, I'm like giving myself a break because it's now starting to get rid of loads of like underlying tension that I have. I think I have a lot of problems with that era of my life. It's my favorite era, but at the same time, like I now look back and I'm like, oh, you need to give yourself a break because inside you're hurting a lot from being told you were different and you'd never like do anything with it.
And did you know at this time?
No, I had no idea then.
So you weren't diagnosed? You were diagnosed as an adult? I'm
awaiting full clinical diagnosis, but I have been diagnosed by a clinician. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you mean you're still healing from the
trauma of it?
From that period.
Because I've always just thought I was lazy. I've always just thought I was like just some bum who couldn't get it right. Because they wouldn't let me into Mill Hill County sixth form because my attendance was too low. I had like 87% attendance in the last term, and they were like, "That's not good enough." So they just wanted to get rid of me. It was too much hassle for them to look into why I was different. But now all the signs are here. It's like I wanted an answer just to be like, "You're absolutely fine. You just needed a bit of help." So I felt very like let down by that whole system.
Yeah. That's interesting. What was the reason for your attendance being low?
I just didn't want to do it. It was a proper just anti-establishment. Like, I'm great in school, just because of what I don't do at home, you're punishing me. I felt punished.
But I mean, if your attendance is that you weren't in class enough.
Because the teachers were holding me accountable without any support. So I was going in, getting told off for not having done my homework. But I'm like, but my schoolwork is fine.
Yeah.
My schoolwork is up to date. And they're like, but you're slacking, you're failing. So imagine coming in every day going, like, you're failing, and all your peers are like, this guy's failing, he's off the rails. Like, I was made to look like I was some crackhead back then, and I wasn't. Right. I was just very focused at school. I was never late to school. I stayed until the end until I just started to go like, do you know what? This. Like, the consequence is what? I don't get into sixth form, cool, I'll go college. I don't need to be around here. So then I just started, I'd go into school, and one of the boys would just be like, listen, we're cutting. You come in? All right, cool. We'll just go jump the school gate and I'm gone.
So you actually had every intention of wanting to be around and enjoyed it when you were there, but you'd get criticised by your teachers as if you weren't putting in any effort.
Absolutely.
You're slacking, etc.
They didn't understand that homework is not for me. I would have stayed an extra 30 minutes after school every day and done it if I was in the establishment. I can't go home and do it.
Yeah.
That's my safe space.
So then what was that like for you, being at home, knowing that you would rather have been at school, but there were elements of it that were uncomfortable for you?
I learned to just lie to my parents and just say, oh, I've done it at school.
Yeah. But how did you feel? Like, imagine you're at home, you'd rather be at school, but you're not going to go because you're going to get criticised for lack of effort and application and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What did that feel like when you're at home?
It was a bit of freedom, but at the same time, I knew I was doing something naughty. I knew I was doing something wrong. So it was like, yeah, I'd like sleep in because I'm just emotionally drained, because we were doing all our exams and stuff as well. And I was doing all the exam prep going to do the exams and then playing out all day, I didn't realise that I needed extra sleep. Especially with ADHD, you need more sleep. For me anyway, I need 8-9 hours every day. Like without fault though. If I'm woken up once, I'm like, I need a bit more. It's very serious. I've had this my whole life and didn't realise. So I'd come back some days. I'd literally go out, walk down the park sometimes, and sit and wait till I see my mum and dad's car go past, and I'll just roll back home. Just roll straight back home. Yeah, just go back to bed for a couple of hours, and then I'll get up, see who's about, go take photos, just be arty, creative, draw. Literally, I'd just do whatever I fancied. And I would lie to my parents and say I'd come back. So I'd then dip out in my school uniform again and come back after they'd come home. Because I didn't feel recognised. So I took it into my own hands. But then that behaviour, I learned that I could lie to my parents and say that I've done it and get away with it. And then that was not good. Because then that led on to like just white lies, like going to college as well. I'd literally get on the bus and go to Watford and just hop back. Because I was just stressed out. I didn't know how to communicate it.
Yeah.
Whereas if my parents knew that I was like proper stressed out, they would have just said like, let's sort this out.
Yeah.
Let's get him an apprenticeship or something that he really likes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it's quite hard. So then you take it into your own hands, but at that age, you're not equipped to know what the consequences are of those actions.
No idea.
In terms of, like, your parents, if they had known, probably would have been really supportive and would have looked for the way to improve things for you. Yeah,
my mum's always now just like, I'm so sorry I didn't see it. I'm like, don't be stupid. Don't do that, because it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's no one's fault. It just is what it is. I don't like that phrase that's accepting a negative space, but that is what it is. We are here now. We can go back and we can talk about it, and we can, we can unpack it, and then we can pack it away forever. It's fine. I still had a great upbringing, It wasn't privileged by any means, but I had a very safe upbringing around my parents, and they've always been there and they are now. I could ring my mum now and prove a point. I could ring her. I could ask her for 100 quid. I'm stuck. I've had an ADHD. Mum should be straight in my account. Or, Mum, I really need some advice. Or Dad, I need to talk to you ASAP. And it's just there. Just non-stop. So I'm more grateful I have that now, having had a child, because the support system is just insane. And now we've all learnt about this. The support system is even more acute. It's non-judgmental. We listen, we don't judge.
Yeah.
That's our thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw it online and was like, that's sick.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Donnie that does it?
I haven't, no.
Oh, he's some Kiwi guy, and he's proper big. He's proper big, like big Kiwi Donnie. He's got these daughters, and he's like, we listen, we don't judge. And then
is he like a Maori kind of?
Yeah, I think so. And then the daughter goes like, yeah, I did a massive poo and I blamed it on my sister. And she was like, what? And it's like, it's so good. But yeah, like in a roundabout way, in a nutshell, that's kind of what's led me here. But then all that pain is in the art. So I feel like artists have to be a little bit bonkers or a little bit upset about something to make some really cool art,
Tortured artists, yeah.
Yeah. Beaten up in school by the teacher. No, I'm joking, that never happened. Disclaimer, that never actually happened.
Yeah. Mentally,
ICU. Mentally, yeah. But then that's obviously led to a lifetime of just feeling worthless. Knowing I'm good at something, it's hard for me to sit here and say like my art is any decent, because I just can't see it. But I do it for the love of it.
So you don't think it's...
No, I know it's good.
Okay.
I know it's good because critically people tell you that, but I don't feel it. I'm never satisfied with my art. Never.
How come?
Just not. Maybe it's something I'd like to deep dive, but I don't mind it because it makes me do another one and another one. And then I've learnt to let them go now. So I've practiced a massive thing, and I did a lot of research into it, and it is imposter syndrome. I feel like an imposter being an artist, but maybe that comes with the ADHD. So maybe that's just a thing that I will never actually get a grasp of, because it's coming from an internal, I don't know, how do you say it? Like a miscommunication. Some wires are not there, right? But I've learned to now just bin some of my art. If I'm really not happy with it and it makes me sad, do it again. Rip it up, put it in the bin, do another one. Why does that thing have to hold like a Horcrux against you? Like if any Harry Potter fans out there, like the Horcrux is like you take a part of your soul out there and it stays out forever so you can never die. So like, why would I let this thing have any control over me? It's just a piece of creation that I've made. Like I put these up here because I'm really proud of them. I think they're awesome. But at the same time, I'm like, I can criticise it. I could have done better, or I could have done it in half the time. There's always pressure.
What are they?
That's the guy from Sons of Anarchy. That's Jax Teller. What's his name in real life? Carl, what's his name? Do you know the guy from? Charlie Hunnam. Useless, Carl, you're fired. No, I'm joking. When I needed you most. Yeah. Google, yeah. And that's Machine Gun Kelly. He's a very polarising figure.
Yeah.
And people hate him, people love him, but I love him. I think he's sick. And that was the first time I ever actually printed on a holographic card, like a football sticker.
Oh, sick. That's cool.
That's quite sick, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, cool, but it's not perfect, so whatever.
It's what it is.
Just leave it. But those are the ones that I've forgotten about, so I thought I'd put them in the screen today, so I appreciate them. So I practice gratitude to get past that.
Nice.
If that helps.
Yeah, sick.
That's the biggest intro
Ever.
about me ever. I want to hear about you now.
No, I mean,
Listen.
my story's nowhere near as interesting, and I don't like talking about me. It's still one of my things. But
okay, but we could at least touch on it, right?
Yeah.
So it's fair.
That's fair. Yeah. I am a resident plastic surgeon, and
say that.
Research.
Say that again. That's a challenge to get there.
It's a lot of time, but I love it. And do research in immunology. Was my PhD. So yeah, blending the two, which kind of like a bit disparate, but works with how my brain is kind of like.
Is that what your fascination is, though?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I love it. I love the immune system. It's the most fascinating thing ever. You can learn so much about much bigger issues when you can look at the immune system. It's like a really good model.
For example, like if you looked at someone like myself, who's been poked, prodded, tested for everything, no nasties, clearly some immune system like stress. It's fascinating for me, who has no clinical experience and study, to just know my body and to know that even sometimes literally breathing can help my entire facade, my entire body. So like for me and what I know about the immune system, it's like, it's just it sounds really silly. It's fascinating how certain things can affect. So just a tiny little imbalance here or a tiny little bit of exposure to something can just f it up. Yeah. Really like vague, but can you elaborate on anything?
Yeah. I'm not going to go too far into it because it'll get quite boring if you're not like an immune geek. But it's our system that has allowed us to be still around as a species, right? It prevents us
to be resilient.
Yeah, because you get otherwise wiped out by infections of all different sorts. So over centuries, our immune system has been so robust, it's allowed us to not die so that we can breed on. And
penicillin and the plague, right? That's
that as well. And even before we've ever had antibiotics, our immune systems are what got us here. But now we've figured out ways to help it out so that we're even more robust.
Cheat the system a little bit, right?
Exactly. But it's so tightly regulated, and any of the things that goes wrong can lead to a different problem, like inflammation, which can, like we understand now, be associated with your mood. What you eat interacts with your immune system, and that can affect your body's healing potential, inflammation, pain, mood again, sexual function,
everything,
activeness, like it's everywhere. And if it goes wrong, it can lead to things like from cancer to infection to autoimmunity, where your immune system attacks your own body. So there's just so much to learn about it. And actually, it models onto loads of different things in the world. Even like if you think about war or combat, how your immune system attacks something that it sees as foreign, like an infection. Or how if you get an organ transplant, which is actually designed to help you, your immune system still sees it as a threat because it's not from you. And so you have to figure out how to, in my last job, to mask it, so that your body doesn't reject the organ.
I was about to say, do you think, is there a link then to your brain? Well, for example, ADHD and the connection you have with like self-hate, which could lead to then autoimmune diseases. Is there any like studies on that? Is there anything that can link those? So what you're saying, like, for example, going to war, if I said to you, me and you, Carl has to go. That's the war. Whereas Carl's our friend, right?
Yeah.
So that's this part of our immune system, right? Let's just say. So attacking itself.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So like,
go on, say it again. Sounds interesting.
So what I'm trying to say is like, imagine you get a whole nation that all of a sudden we start getting fed lies, right? We now hate Croatia, right? So we go and attack Croatia. But imagine they're part of our allegiance. So what I'm saying is there something that's like inside your body that then tells itself to hate itself and then attack itself? Does it come from here? Does it come from... Yeah. Where would something like that come from?
Something like in like an autoimmune disease, like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus. There are little signals on your body that trigger parts of your immune system to then become active. Okay. And those things can be initiated by things like stress, or like an event happens, you get an infection at some point in your life, and then you trigger that part of the immune system, which then goes mad. So imagine if you've got an army, you've got like one battalion that goes nuts and thinks that they've spotted an enemy, but that enemy is in your home country.
Or what if there's a snake inside the army that turns them all against themselves internally, right?
Yeah.
So what about
So
something
something's
like
come in and
fibromyalgia? It's fascinating for me because it's like, where does it come from? How do you cure it? What is it?
yeah, that's a bit outside of my
Yeah.
area. But I think
But do you have any like?
the interesting thing is that when we were in medical school, and this was what I went to medical school in 2005. So from there, fibromyalgia was this taboo subject that like we don't know enough about it, and because you don't know enough about it, you suggest that it might be something not fictitious, but like. Well,
The
we've
brain's
got
very
no,
powerful.
yeah, we've got
yeah.
no, but we used to think there are no like good biomarkers
Markers
for
for
it,
it,
so
yeah.
it can't be real in a sense,
Yeah,
or that it's less real than other conditions where we have very tangible biomarkers.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
a lot of people who have fibromyalgia have probably over time been given a poor service because there hasn't been that same amount of effort to find solutions for them. But now, as I'm aware, and again, I'm not up to date on it because it's outside of my field, but it seems like the recognition of the relationship between the brain and the symptoms
and pain, yeah,
exactly is like way better understood. I don't think we're fully there yet, but now
is it like
understanding which parts of therapy
work
exactly,
yeah,
it's creating more options.
that's amazing because I was given amitriptyline because they thought it was like fibromyalgia causing stomach problems. Took amitriptyline and it just made me nasty. Hated it.
That's the classic antidepressant.
Classic antidepressant, but it's also, am I right in saying it's also epilepsy medicine?
It can be, yeah, it
Can be. Yeah, and it's like a nerve suppressant, right? So
for nerve pain.
Yeah. So with little knowledge that I have on it, surely that sounds like if it's for, I know certain things are used to help and treat certain symptoms and things, right? But if it's for like epilepsy, which is something to do with the brain, right?
Yeah, disorganized electrical activity in certain areas of the brain.
Surely that works
then
with
fits or
but surely that works with like stresses and fibromyalgia. Does it? I don't know if that's in the same place. I'm just asking from a curious standpoint because I have times when I wake up and my brain activity is so negative and I feel rougher by the end of the day. I have days when I just wake up and I'm like, I'm the guy. Yeah, watch out. Like I'm on one. Cue the clip of Eubank Senior. Watch out, dreadlock.
Yeah, because they come for you.
Sorry, that was my mother tongue.
Yeah.
He's a dickhead.
Seeps through.
I love him, but he's an idiot, man. But yeah, like cue that. Like I have days when I wake up and I've got no stomach pain, and that's what I find really hard to believe. I find it really hard to believe that a lot of my symptoms are maybe internalized, and maybe it is fibromyalgia, and maybe that is caused from stress. And it's just so open-ended because, like I said, we've had the camera. You're talking about gastritis is like so linked to ADHD as well, and it's like,
yeah. With a lot of conditions, we're now starting to accelerate our understanding. It's quite hard for people to appreciate that a lot of the conditions where there was like one cause for them, like genetic disorders like cystic fibrosis or type 1 diabetes, it's quite easy to find those. So imagine you're doing like a treasure hunt. Those are the low-hanging fruit because there's usually like one cause.
Legoland just sifting through and there's a little bit of gold coming through and you're
exactly.
Like,
you're like, okay, I'll take that one. Yeah. Exactly. So those ones are quite easy to bank. But now we're getting into conditions that are what we call multifactorial. So lots of different things cause them and affect them. So it's much harder to find those because it's not like there's just one key signal that you look for, that means that it's that. And so that's why we don't have great solutions for them. But I think it's important that people recognize that's not because there's necessarily a conspiracy or because people aren't interested in it, but it's much harder it's like having a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle versus a 10-piece jigsaw puzzle.
I'm trying to get the corners right.
And but it can be like a similar picture, but then actually it's so much harder to put together the 1,000-piece. And I think that's where we're at with a lot of conditions now, especially those that have relationships with the nervous system, the immune system. Should we go on to our hot takes? Okay. First one, I think is going to be interesting because this is quite topical at the moment. Weaponized incompetence. Have you heard of that? No is an acceptable answer. I've not heard of it.
Listen, this is why, I call people weapons sometimes. You weapon, because I'm telling you, actually, I feel like there's a couple of meanings to this.
Okay.
Weaponized incompetence to me sounds like a narcissist.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's people that pray and they know that their fake incompetence can be weaponized. I know people very well that pretend to be thick, yeah, in order to benefit themselves, and they're very intelligent.
Oh,
Would that be a weaponized incompetence?
maybe so. I'm gonna go into.
Or is that's a false?
Let me explain what this,
Please,
where this has come from
Because
today.
I'm here to rinse somebody right now. I don't care. Let's go.
So this has come from a Reddit saga with ADHD spouses.
Fucking love Reddit.
So it's a series of viral Reddit posts that have shone a light on tensions in marriages where one spouse has ADHD. And so in a thread that's been widely shared on Reddit called "I Am the A-Hole," a frustrated wife wondered if she was wrong for calling out her husband's chronic forgetfulness as weaponized incompetence. The husband had ADHD, often failed at basic chores. She questioned if it was truly his symptoms or a convenient excuse. The saga unfolded with multiple updates as commentators weighed in, some empathizing with the ADHD struggles, others siding with the wife that he needed to take responsibility. And this was popular enough that it was compiled on the best of Redditor updates. And so the phrase weaponized incompetence, which explains deliberately performing tasks poorly to avoid them, became a hot topic on the RADHD and RHDHD partners Reddit. Many neurodivergent spouses pushed back at the label, arguing there's a difference between genuine ADHD executive dysfunction and lazy manipulation. And one Reddit user wrote, "I agree that weaponized incompetence shouldn't be used to label unintentional forgetfulness caused by ADHD, but it is a real thing in some relationships. Consensus in the ADHD community was that open communication and compassion are key, but so is personal effort to develop coping strategies." Shoot.
Yeah, I do it.
That's not what I expected you to come out with first. Shh.
I'm just being real,
Okay,
right?
go on.
There's times when it's small stuff because I can't be asked. So actually, no, it's not. Remember before we had a conversation where I can't remember what the actual point was, and I was like, "No, I do this," and you were like, "No, that is part of the ADHD," and I was like, "No, but I intentionally do it," and you're like, "No, but that is probably the ADHD."
Go on.
I probably, yeah, just like, let's just say growing up in my mum and dad's house, right? Probably a bit of OCD and everything as well, but I've gone and made food and not cleaned up because I want to eat while it's hot,
Right.
and then forgotten to clean up afterwards, and then just been like, oh, I don't feel up for it. So now labeling it would be ADHD, saying like, I just forgot, I just moved on, I just cracked on with a new dopamine chase immediately. I've eaten and I'm off out, and then my mum's like, what the f***, you haven't cleaned up or nothing? Like, what the hell? You're lazy. Having clocked that, sometimes I'll just not clean up, full well knowing I can't be asked, and just blame it on that.
Oh,
So that is
okay.
the incompetence. That is it, isn't it?
So I don't think that the first bit necessarily is, because I think it's completely reasonable that you leave the washing because you want to eat your food hot, because actually, like,
And
what's
then
the
forget
point?
about it. So you have every intention to go clean it.
Yeah, so I think if you come back to
So
it,
does
that's
this fit
fair
into
enough.
both sides of the argument? I think so.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
think the first bit necessarily is. I think the second one, where you said actually you just lean on that and next time you can't be asked to do your washing. Do you say it's just like my ADHD?
Yeah.
Or-
So I'm having
Yeah.
a really bad day. Just allow it. But then,
But is that true, though?
That's what,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It probably is. But then again, could I then get up and just do it anyway? Right. That's the thing for me. Just in life, right? So maybe that is because I've got a bit of the tism, right? And I'm just like, consequence none. Probably can't be asked. I can live in this filth for a bit. Whatever. Should really go get the car cleaned. It's fine. It's not going to ruin the paint. But I've been asked to do it. So it's like, you should just have some open communication and respect, and just get up and do it. What's it going to take? 5 minutes to go help somebody else? But for me, sometimes it's selfish when I'm just like, I physically, like I was talking to you about the state change earlier, like I'm locked, can't get out of my mood right now. I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I see your point. I think it's difficult.
It's
I'm trying
hard,
to, I'm
isn't
trying
it?
to tease it on my brain, because actually I think that it's one thing to say it's only 5 minutes or it's only like 30 seconds and what's that,
that's
right?
like
But
playing it down, isn't it?
yeah, because the thing
massive
is, it's
for me
like, because
sometimes.
I think the issue isn't the size of the task. I think the issue is the ability to motivate yourself to do it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I think that if you don't have that, it's kind of like having a car but not having any petrol in it. It's like, yeah, you've got a car, bro, but if you haven't got the petrol in it,
can't go nowhere.
Yeah, would you want to, yeah, it's capable of driving, but not without any petrol in it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's always enough petrol to get to the petrol station, but I can't be asked to go to the petrol station and go out. I'm just going to say I ain't got no fuel.
Oh my God, this reminds me. Oh my days.
Do you want the risk? I think I can beat you on a road trip risk. But
No. This one, I was on my way to work, and actually the night before, I charged the battery, put it on, but so. I'm gonna keep this quick.
I need sweets to stress me out. Go on.
So I went to put the car on charge, but it was on one of the street chargers, and I decided, it's going to take a while. I need 50 miles to get to work. So I decided I'm not going to wait the 20 minutes. It was quite late. I just got home. So I went, put my stuff in the oven, came back to the car, and then it was taking even flipping longer. So I was like, okay, all right, get to 50 miles. So I got to 50 miles, unplugged it, went home, ate, went to bed, wicked. Next morning, came out. Then I was going to work, and it was going to tell me to turn left, and that would have been a 49-mile journey. But there was a little bit of yellow that I could see, as in like slow traffic on that journey. So I was like, no, forget it. I'm just going to go straight. I'm going to go this way. Went straight, 54-mile journey. I was like,
is there no lenience in the electric?
Not much.
So not even 10%.
So I'm getting to work now.
So that's not even 10%.
So I'm getting to work, and
oh my God,
I'm 8 miles out. So everything off, freezing cold, no music. Get off the motorway, and once you slow down, you start engine regen. So it actually starts charging the battery. So when you're on the motorway, you're caned. But if you're in town, it's all right. So I'm driving, and then I'm a mile and a half out, and the zero comes on, and I'm like, oh my God.
A mile and a half is a walk as well. It's a bop, isn't it?
And we are in narrow lanes, single carriage. And I'm just like, I'm going to break down outside my hospital. No staff's going to be able to get in, and they're all going to know it's because of me.
It's embarrassing as well. It's embarrassing as well. But in your head, did you go, it?
Well,
did you make a new plan? Did you make a new plan?
There's no new plan.
Did you just surrender?
I'm in rural.
Did you just accept it?
I'm in rural England. There's no option now. The opportunity to change course was like 15 minutes ago, and that meant I would definitely be late for work.
But in that moment, you had the choice. Yeah, do you play it safe or roll the dice? You rolled the dice.
I had to roll the dice. I'm a mile and a half out. I'm like, this battery's got to have. It's got to have a mile and a half, dude.
How much did it have?
I rolled in. Got to the point where I was going to put it on the charger, and then I had to go into reverse, and I was like, it's going to break down here. So put it into, just roll back in, stop, cut out.
You're
at the charger.
Guy, bro.
No, it was honestly. And do you know how much beration was going on? So I was reading a study the other day about how women speak, I think it's like 17,000 more words than men in a day or some shit like that. Yeah, I probably said like 17,000 words cussing myself. Just on that
fucking idiot. Yeah. You fucking idiot, innit? Did you fully name yourself as well?
Bellend.
Take your name now, yeah? But I have to look myself in the mirror sometimes and give myself the full government. Like, just
yeah.
Look at yourself.
Yeah.
And then, but the problem is I'm so toxic. That person that's in the mirror goes, suck your mum, bro. You chose to be here, innit? You chose to be here.
It's just so
Here's my
annoying.
thing, though. With ADHD, have you now learnt how far you can push that car?
Yeah, I know how far, because I actually have broken down.
But now you'll take the risk again because you know how far.
No, but I thought I could take it further.
So you're sensible.
Me out. Yeah.
I'm the opposite, right? So my Subaru does about 20 to the gallon on a run. I'm talking like 50 motorway, fifth gear, chilling, probably. And the gauges are old school, so they move slower at the top. In the middle, it moves really fast and slower at the end. I'm thinking, okay, cool. My friend's got one as well. And he's like, yeah, when it was from the quarter, you should at least have 50 miles, right? If you've got a 200-mile tank. I'm like, yes, about right.
Yes. I was listening to, there was a study that was done like last week about your phone battery and what percentage starts to get you anxious.
Yeah. So same as cars, shocked. Right?
Do you know, I think the average was, I can't remember, don't come for me.
Minus 5%.
No, the average was kind of like 40%.
What? I'm on 42. Yeah, but...
And your car
no, can I just show you something? I'm going to interject it. Let me show you something, right? Because if I put this on ultra power saver mode, right? This is pretty accurate. I've got 8 hours on that.
Yeah. No, but this is just when
I'm just
people
saying that
start
if I
to
put
get.
it on ultra, I'll get 2 days out of this phone from that.
Yeah.
I've had 5 days out of this phone before, you know, on the ultra power saver mode. It's nuts. So I don't. It's because I'm a Samsung user. Everyone, fuck you, bro. Get a Samsung in it, you'll know.
Yeah,
Mine's shook. iPhone users shook. You get 90%. You're like, shit, it's gone.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, start sweating. So yeah, it shows. But it's weird because with risks, it'll be like with the car, but then I'm super risk averse when it involves anybody else. So I've never broken down in the car when anybody else is in there.
Yeah, I don't drive like a with no one else in unless they say to me like, I'm cool.
Yeah,
and I'm you're a grown person if you want it, because you haven't been in a car with me yet when I'm hooning, right?
Yeah.
If you want to, we'll do it.
No, I'm okay.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's wild.
But yeah, it's weird because especially at work, I'm like really risk averse, like to a fault in a sense.
Your industry.
But you kind of have to be, yeah. But even so, I think I'm a bit over risk averse.
Yeah.
But it's weird because there's that dichotomy, like, but then I'm in the car on my own, and how the hell have you ended up in this situation?
But you're not unsafe though. You can get out and you could walk into a field, right? You don't have any wild animals that can maybe a badger, right? So your risk of encountering a badger, right, is what 1 in whatever the number is, right? You're technically not actually not safe.
Yeah, no, I'll just
technically, but it's just inconvenience. Yeah, so your inconvenience radar is very high, like this, because we're all modern. We need to crack on with work, we need to earn money. And it's also embarrassing when you roll up and you're like, yeah, my EV said it had 50 miles and I went the 54-mile journey. Like, if you're being honest as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying with the Subaru. So I reckon I had about 50 miles left. Yeah, but my problem is my brain didn't compute 50 miles on a motorway and 50 miles racing people. Oh, it's fine. It's only a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much petrol I burn.
Nah, it's 50. From that bar to the bottom bar, it's 50, bro. So I was literally out there getting that induction noise, going nuts, and then it must have dropped. Like, I didn't look at it for about 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes to rinse 50 miles. And I was on my way to pick up the little ones, take it to my mum's, and I was like, bruv, and I was getting paid literally in the next day or two. I had no money. I was an idiot, just proper ADHD, like pushing the limits. Mum, I've been an idiot. How were you done this time? Listen, just £10 me, Monzo, please. This was at a point where I was in between jobs as well, and just being stupid. But I feel like, to go deep for just a very short amount of time, it's a self-sabotage. It's an ADHD self-sabotage.
Right.
I knew what I was doing, but I kind of needed the little handout. I needed to feel a bit loved, like a bit of support. Nowadays, I could bail my mum going, I feel like going in the car, and she'll be like, don't do it. And I'll be like, yeah, you're right. I needed to tell someone, I just feel like doing it. I feel like disappearing for a day and just going on a maverick one. I feel like it. And my mum goes, well, what could you do instead? Well, I could probably write off the whole day and just play Xbox. That's kind of rebellious as well for me. So I've got a little strategy in place for that now. But that day, it was just, oh, fuck it, I'm hooning it. And I knew the car had head gasket problems. So it then started to overheat as well. But just drain it, put more water in it. It takes a little while. It's long. Who the fuck does that? I'm inconveniencing myself, like proper. I was in B&Q. This is the maddest part about it. This is the same day, and I put it up on my story, so I've still got the archive. I was in B&Q, and this car takes 7 litres, right, of liquid, to cool it down. I had a 1.5 litre bottle. So I walked into B&Q, and I said, do you mind if I use your toilet to fill up my water? And I was like, cool. Came back. The maths is pretty simple. 1.5 times what? 5 would have done that? 1.5 times, 4 or 5 would have done that easy.
Yeah.
How come it took me like 10 trips to just fill up this water? Oh, because I didn't undo the problem. I burst the hose at the bottom, so I was pouring water in the top, not thinking on the side, and it was pissing all over the floor. So it took me an hour. I looked in the mirror and I was like, self, what are you doing? Why have you done that? You need to go pick up your daughter. Like, what are you doing? I was like, just because you've got a couple extra hours free in the day and you're on a mad one, doesn't mean everyone else has to be inconvenienced by you. It's not an excuse.
Yeah, and but you just went to like a hyperfocus.
Hyperfocus just mode though, but like it goes back to the point where I was saying, like, you know, if you just need to help out around the house, right? How hard is it to just put the ADHD aside and just get up and move? It is really hard to get the motivation, but literally one step, just get up. Now I've got this strategy of just do 2 minutes of it. Yeah. Can you cope with 2 minutes of change? Of course I can. Like right now, if I had to go and run for 2 minutes, I couldn't think of anything worse right now. My back's killing me. 2 minutes would probably just change the way I look for like the whole day. So that day made me realize massively that, like, 2 minutes of hooning would have been enough. Yeah, not an hour.
Yeah.
Not an hour. Why did I? It's that dopamine chase though.
Yeah.
That abundance of like, I need more.
Yeah. It sounds like you need to have a
Therapy.
a picture. Maybe that as well. But you need to have a picture of the outcome.
Yeah.
To know what you're. Yeah. So just get up and go and start that run, because at the end of it, I'm going to feel like better.
Fantastic,
or if I don't do that. But from my experience, that is quite hard to get.
It's really
so
hard.
I'm almost like looking at the mountain without knowing that there's a top of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just at the foot of the mountain. I can't even imagine that there's something nice at the other side of it.
But I can do that with artistic tasks. I can spend 6 hours doing something and I know the end. I can start it like dremeling or tattooing. I've done like 7 hours worth of tattoos on people before, and knowing I'm getting physically tired, right? But I will punish myself when I know I need to stop. My neck is literally hurting me. My headphones, right? I've got Galaxy Buds headphones. They literally tell you, stretch your neck now, because you set your neck level, innit? So I'm hunched over and it's saying stretch your neck, and I'm literally like, shut the fuck up, I'm working. But it's like I ignore all the tools and signs because I'm on mountain mode. So I can do it, but it's like I pick and choose. So, but I've also not got to be hard on myself, because maybe it comes in waves.
Yeah, that's common. Like when I operate, so often I rely on like my colleagues in theatre to tell me, should we lift up the bed so that you're sitting more upright? Do you want to have some water, or do you want to step up and like?
Otherwise, are you just
Can
in?
you eat? Like,
just locked
and it's
in?
weird because now because I've worked there for so long, a lot of the staff always ask me, "Have you eaten?" And sometimes they'll bring like biscuits or water. Because they'll know that I haven't, and it's not like
But that's a nice support system.
It is, and that's where kind of the weaponized incompetence question comes in, because I never not do it like expecting for people to bring me stuff or even to ask. I mean, I really appreciate it that they do, but it's not something
good in your
that,
zone, right?
kind of, yeah. It doesn't reach my consciousness.
But is it weaponized though?
I think that somebody could say it is.
Somebody can claim it is.
Yeah, and that's why I don't feel that comfortable around that term, because
that's a really fascinating thing, because it's ego. It's ego that's calling it, right? So if I looked at you from outside, having not known anything about you, and you'd posted it online, right? This is a massive problem. You post online like, oh, my staff are just wonderful. People in the comments where you lazy arsehole, but just go eat.
Yeah,
fuck
exactly.
you, just go eat. You're weaponizing your incompetence.
Princess.
100%.
Yeah, he loves being fawned over and all this kind of bollocks.
100%. But there's no empathy. People have no empathy and gratitude. So that's a massive thing that combats like a lot of
and
that.
the reason that happens is when I've got an operating day and I've got 6 patients on the list, I don't want the patients in the afternoon to be waiting over time, or I don't want the last person's operation to be cancelled because we've run over time because I've gone off for lunch or something like that.
Yeah.
And so that's in my mind. So I'm just like tunnel vision, like get everything done, then everybody, and also the staff going home late hate the idea of that. And I know that actually I'm the one person who can make sure that none of those things happen if I'm on. So that's why. But you're right, as you're saying, like no one would really understand that when they make the comments or make the judgment that you're weaponizing incompetence.
It's also different because you have staff to think about, so you're actually in charge. So that's the difference of, it's almost managerial, right? So what is managerial? You have other people to think about before yourself. So people can criticize the outcome. They can't criticize your choice making though. It's your choice. Well, why don't they work as many years as you did and give it a go? Because let's see how people rock with it. That's what annoys me, those people that have no idea. They don't show any empathy. If people showed empathy first, a lot of conversations would be open and a lot would change about the world.
Yeah.
Because, for example, like I said, if we're just judging that specific moment where, like, you know, imagine you have to sit down 5 minutes in between and just go, I feel a bit lightheaded, you know. Someone will be like, oh, that's ridiculous incompetence, but they don't know how much pressure you can work under. You could probably perform an entire surgery just because you've got skills, you've got the concentration, the know-how. Same thing. If I was to do something like that, I think, I can only assume, I think with all the training and the amount of willpower and care and attention I have for people, I could probably do the same. But then I'd stop and be really ill. So it's like, if you empathize and just realize that this guy's got ADHD, he probably needs to do this sometimes, give the guy a hug and then we'll find out whether, you know, it's avoidable. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's interesting. Go back to this story.
Sorry, go on.
The original couple from the saga posted an update and they started therapy to improve their dynamic. The husband began ADHD coaching and his wife acknowledged his efforts. The journey resonated with thousands of readers navigating the blurry line between neurodivergent challenges and personal accountability in relationships.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much it. Just, do you know what? Don't be an asshole. Admit when you were wrong. Just, like I've said, I've just blatantly admitted on camera that I do that shit. I don't know whether I do it intentionally, and I'll ever think. I'm quite self-aware. So I'll probably go and, figure out whether I've been doing that stuff. And do you know what? If I realise that I've been doing it on purpose for a few many years, guess what? An apology will come with it.
Yeah.
Like, my bads.
Yeah.
I'll try not to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But you can only just, like, hindsight is the only answer here, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm thinking about my situation as well. And now, even if it's a bit weird, I go up to sometimes the nurse and I'm like, I show them I brought lunch in today.
Yeah.
Just so they know. And and they're like, well done. And in a weird way, that's kind of like uplifting because then it shows like,
nursery guy. Like,
it's like a child. Yeah.
But there's loads of things that could be
but
attributed
it does help.
to that. Like, sometimes I do feel like a child with ADHD. Like, well, no one's going to pack my lunch today. Like, what the fuck? I feel like I can't do it. What the f***? I've got to go get my own. Like, but then again, I'm literally out here like running an entire kitchen and getting, like I said, like 96% positive feedback over 600 dishes. Like, I'm a boss man, but I can't pack my own lunch.
Yeah.
I can't look after my own needs.
Yeah. Yeah. Like sometimes I'll be walking out the door and be like, well, you didn't pack lunch and now you're about to be late. So that's you being hungry. You
Yeah. Or
close the door.
Claim the EV and go get an M&S sandwich on the way.
Mate, look, to make a stop on 0 miles, that's a risk even beyond me.
You got a Bell Mackey's on the way in, it'd be like, listen, dash it through the window, I'll pay early, I'll drive through, just dash it through the window. Barney Rubble it, innit?
All right, next one. So actually on this topic, Sue Perkins, you know Sue Perkins? The comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she came out as ADHD. And Sue Perkins opened up on her late in life ADHD diagnosis and made it clear that she does not use it as an excuse. I don't weaponize it to make excuses for things that I do that aren't optimal. I want to be the best version of myself, she said. And this was in an interview on either the Telegraph or the Radio Times, I can't remember which. And interviews promoting her TV project, Sue Perkins' Perfectly Legal. She emphasised that while the diagnosis helped her understand herself, she refuses to avoid duties because I've got a certificate.
I'm just calling bullshit. Everybody will do it at some point. You can't wholeheartedly claim you don't do something. That is her ego. That is to win. That's to win a prize in this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just be a bit more humble. She'd have my respect if she said, do you know what? I'm trying my absolute best. I believe that you shouldn't do it, but everyone's human. To say that she just doesn't do it, I just don't believe it. Because she won't see sometimes how you affect other people.
No, I think that's a good take, actually, because so much of it is about the endeavour and not having to, like,
you're right.
put that, I'm 100%. Like you say, the consistency is one of the biggest issues I find with like my ADHD. I think a lot of people have spoken to got it.
Isn't it?
And so actually putting it on yourself that I don't do that or whatever, and you kind of wonder maybe why that's being said. It might be because it's in a national outlet or something like that. So maybe you feel the pressure to say that. But I agree. I'm not sure I don't imagine that many people with ADHD are doing that.
I feel like you idiot, you didn't stay consistent makes you even more inconsistent. The self-hate makes it worse. So if you constantly try and give yourself a break, you'll find yourself being more consistent throughout the week, the day, the month. Personally. Yeah. That's how it works for me.
Yeah. I mean, again, you like reading from a news article, so you don't really know for sure exactly what was said or the context.
Worked in the news,
but
I don't believe a word of it. It's all for financial gain or publicity gain. It's rarely, there's a budget. Like everyone who worked at the Telegraph, you can apply for a budget to take someone out for dinner.
Yeah.
To get the news.
Yeah.
It's like 250 quid or something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not being funny. If I could lie about something to get a fucking fancy dinner and get some news on the paper, I don't mean shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mean shit. If you can't touch it, you can't smell it, and you can't feel it. For me, I don't 100% believe anything.
Yeah.
Just because
you know that there are newspapers that are quite hostile towards ADHD and like to paint it in a certain light.
But also systemic as well. So they stay the way they are because it suits certain political suite.
Yeah. But definitely I'd say, shout out to Sue Perkins because it's important to shine a light on ADHD. And
I 100% agree with what she's doing, but I feel like you can't boldly make claims in this space knowing full well that you have no control over it. Eventually, you can have somewhat of a control. It's like riding a ball. You could be the best bull rider ever, yeah, but 100 times out of 99 times out of 100 you might win. But there's one time that you do it, you're getting a spike through the ribs. That's it. You can't wholeheartedly claim that you do something that you just definitely cannot do.
Yeah. No, I feel.
But that's
that.
ego related though. The ego wants you to have that claim. It'd be different if she was someone like Russell Brand. Just saying. So if that same sentence came up, someone like Russell Brand, he's very ego aware. So the reality of the subject would have been a bit more apparent. But that just feels a little bit like I'm smashing it. Feels a little bit like, that's just my take. Because I don't know too much about her. But
yeah. Well, we're here for your take. And here's
another. You know what? We need a new section. Who can go f their mum or not, innit? Stu Perkins. Suck your mum. I'm joking.
Hot take. The next one. This was a cool one. Philadelphia Eagles, autism, sensory inclusion, and their take on it. Yeah, they're pretty sick.
So what? Just hiring or their actual sports team?
So they're an NFL team in the US, and they have been quite autism friendly, and they have expanded their autism friendly offerings by debuting a mobile sensory activation vehicle at the Lincoln Financial Field, and they announced that at the start of Autism Acceptance Month. And it has a refreshed sensory room on wheels, so a quiet mobile van that's stationed in the plaza of the stadium, and fans with autism or other sensory needs can take a break from the noise and the crowds. And it was done wicked, isn't it? It's done in partnership with the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia and Culture City, which is a non-profit specialising in sensory inclusion, and it complements their existing state-of-the-art permanent sensory room inside their stadium. And
that's cool as fuck.
It's wicked.
Do you know why they've done this at the start though? Is because people with autism are strong as shit. They are. They've got that extra strength. I can't say the word. There's an old school phrase. I can't say it.
What's the phrase?
People have strength. That's what it's called.
Oh,
can't say it.
I haven't even heard of it, but okay.
Carl, timestamp.
We'll bleep that
1 minute 8. Thank you. Bleep that out. But people with autism have way more strength, so it makes a lot of sense if you become a football team. You need to be strong as shit.
Like mentally resilient, you mean?
No, physically. People with like autism are like just way stronger.
Is it?
This is a hot take.
Okay.
This is a hot take. I'm not saying I fully believe this, but there's like internet jargon.
But I don't think that this is necessarily the play.
No, I know, but I think maybe maybe there's a slight play there to start getting in all the like all autistic players, so they're just wham, just running through, just the whole autistic squad just beating the shit out of people. That's my take. Hey, if I made it, bruv, me and my autistic team are wiping Donnies out. We'll be late for all the fines. We'll make no money. We'll splat teams though. Me off. We'll run through and smash people up. No, but that's.
I'd like to know how many. Yeah, what proportion of the toughest guys are autistic? Yeah. Validate your theory.
Look at the UFC. How many of them do you think are like? You've got to be quite obsessed with fighting, and I think you've got to be a little bit autistic to take that many punches.
I have no idea.
Or is that just horrendously wild to talk about?
Don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you might be teetering.
Might be on the edge here. But
if you're in the UFC, let us know.
I lie.
If this is true.
I've got a friend in Bellator. I'll ask him.
Yeah.
If he's autistic.
And if anybody ever listens to this episode, leave us a comment.
Please.
Is Jordan right, or is he talking absolute bollocks?
Waffle, yeah. Am I just full of
Yeah.
Again, this is not the view of myself, because it might be, but it's not. Listen, so that's sick. That's actually unreal, because for someone like me, I love the noise and the hustle and bustle. But I have close friends that just could not do that. They hate it.
Yeah.
Festivals is okay because it's music.
Yeah. But there are now a lot of sensory areas.
Things in...
Yeah. In festivals, so like good. Quiet zone.
I'd probably really benefit from it, actually. I'd probably really enjoy it, to go and just have a couple of minutes to myself. Because do you know what? People me off. I get barged a lot. I don't know what it is. People that out there that know me, you will know that I get picked on all the time. I get started on all the time. It's just a look, maybe. You know, people in my family just say, you've got this look about you. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want it. No. So I get pushed, barged. When I was out in Croatia on the bus, I got barged by about 4 dollies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. That's awful, yeah. But it happens. So I just have a little room to just go screaming for a quick second. And just sit in the silence, come back out all refreshed. Boy, I'm ready to go. Top shagger, back out. But seriously, that's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Do you know anyone that would benefit from it? Would it benefit you if you went somewhere?
Loads of people.
Or are you quite good with like big social interaction?
No, to be honest, I do find that often when I'm in highly stimulating areas, I do like to take myself off and go for a little walk or something just to get a few minutes.
Bit of control back.
Yeah. I've never been inside one of the sensory rooms, but I've heard from other people I've spoken to, other people who've had on my podcast about them and how, especially at festivals, they're like, revolutionizing the experience for a lot of people. Like,
I want to go
can
try
be like
it.
dark areas, visual sensory, like they've got the sensory toys and stimming toys and stuff. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, try
I
it out.
usually have this little cube that I like mess about with
Yeah,
to
got
stop
loads.
me. Like, yeah, you don't internalize it. You don't like whirl it around your stomach. Basically, it comes out of you.
Externalize the
Because right
the
now I feel like
energy.
I could shiver. I always feel like I could shiver.
Yeah.
Sounds really weird, but that's a proper ADHD thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I started doing the shake in the morning. I get up and I just shake for a little bit.
Yeah.
Even in my sleep, I'm fizzing.
Yeah.
Just a tank plastic when I sleep.
I watch now on like video podcasts a lot more about people doing what they do with their hands and stuff. And a guy from a podcast we'll both know very well, when he's in the pods, he's always like doing this. And I see
Helps to control.
I think so, and I think like,
thought.
and I think sometimes kind of settles him down,
I have
takes
to-
the energy away from there.
I have to touch
puts
my
it in the
nose. I know it
hands.
sounds really
Yeah.
silly, but like I constantly touch my nose, or I've had stims my whole life. I do that underneath. I need a rhythm sometimes to process thoughts. Like, this is my rhythm. I'll do this non-stop.
Rhythm.
Right? But that really helps me process. If you when you read out one of these, it's far too much for my brain to cope with and listen to all at once.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, I'm putting.
No, please do it, because I'll quietly drop my little rhythm. Yeah. And I'm like,
You're catching
take on
that,
two things. Yeah, I'm catching it, I think.
my man. All right, some cool shit. The Busy Bar, which, Carl, if you can put up a picture, that would be good to see. So
That's amazing.
Whoa!
Sorry.
So the Busy Bar, and I'll show you actually here.
Yeah, go on, show me.
It's really good. No. So it's a new productivity device that is made by Flipper Devices, and it displays a busy status and a countdown timer to signal to others not to interrupt you, and then it also syncs up with your apps and stuff.
Do you know what mine used to be? If I'm busy, fuck off, bruv, for a bit. Have you seen? It's my absolute favourite. No, it's my absolute favourite. Have you seen Kidulthood?
Yeah, of course.
Did you remember when Adam Deacon goes, "Go away, Blake," to the guy from? Oh my God, what's he from? He throws the bread at the duck. About a boy. You know him? The posh guy that has the house party.
Yes,
Blake is like trying to be a beg, and he tries to bring him a bit. He just goes, "Go away, Blake." Yeah. So every time my head someone comes above me in my head, I go, "Go away, Blake." But off. Just leave me alone. Yeah. I need a busy bar. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm gonna get a tattoo.
We need to put that
with
clip
a
up
slider.
as well.
Yeah. I'm busy, bro. Fuck off.
Why didn't you just buy this? Apparently it's quite decent.
Tattoos are cool. How much is it though?
Yeah.
Wait,
that's the good
we're
question.
We're gonna rate. Carry on, tell me what it does first.
Okay, I'll tell you
Tell me what it does first.
Well done. It's helped to minimize distractions. It's a sleek LED display bar that sits on your desk and integrates with your tech. When you need deep focus, you activate busy mode. The bar lights up with a custom busy message and a countdown, e.g. like 15 minutes left, busy. It mutes your notifications, and you can even adjust your smart home devices like lights, music, etc. to a productivity-friendly setup. Essentially, it's a do not disturb system, both for your digital life and any colleagues or family around you. And it also features fidget-friendly buttons and a Pomodoro timer. So the timer that's like, I think it's 5 minutes or something, and you get a little break in between, and then you go again, and that maximizes your productivity. And so that kind of also acknowledges the tactile needs of ADHD users. But guess how much?
I weirdly get the feeling it's like $250.
Lied.
$250.
$250.
I said $250. Hell.
How did you know that? That's
No,
nuts.
but I'm going to show you something.
Would you buy it before?
No way. Yeah.
Busy. That's it.
Hang on,
but
hang on.
do you think it could be useful? Do you think you'd use it actually?
No, because I'm a very like actively communicative person. If someone comes over to bother me, it doesn't bother me. That's why. I've always got time for people. I'm a people person. So if you came up and I was in the middle of something, I'm locked in, I would literally just either be like, and then I can pause what I'm doing, give you some time. I'm very good at giving people time. So I could easily just take on your time, take on your stresses, take on whatever's happening, especially at work. Cool. Now I'm back into my zone. I'm good at regaining. So me, no. But I can see a lot of people who really benefit.
Are you good at switching? Because that's
massively.
apparently a big thing. Like the time it takes to switch back to switch focus, apparently can be really high. Like I think some studies have gone up to like 25 minutes it takes you to actually zone back into your next thing. I don't think that's my experience of it. I think it's much shorter. However, if I am distracted a lot, it becomes really
if
tough.
I'm emotionally distracted, if it's got through my barrier, so I'm quite key on like my own like gravitational pull, right? What you say goes to outside of this, and I choose to absorb. Right? We've had a massive conversation saying nothing's offended me, just off the cuff. If you said something that offended me, I can either choose to let it in, process it, and then either chuck it back out or hold on to it. So I'm very, very key with what enters my personal zone. I used to just have that door open. So like as like a therapy or like a coaching barrier, not much gets to me now. For example, if I'm doing something, I'm in the middle of dramming a mirror. It's well intense. I'm locked in. I've got little routines and rhythms, and I want to smash it out. And then, just for example, you knocked on the door and you were next door, and oh, let's go get some lunch. And I'd be like, oh, fuck, I actually really should. You know, half an hour, come back. Yeah, I can lock back in. I could lock back in whenever, because I've started.
Okay.
But that's my hyper focus. Yeah. I could pick that up at any point. But in saying that, I have a time limit. I have an upper time limit, which is different. So if I've gone longer than maybe 3 days without doing it, it's not getting done.
What do you mean?
I started that red canvas.
Oh, yeah. Because all the dopamine's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, strike while the iron's hot.
Strike while the iron's hot. So this device would probably be really good. I don't know whether it's actually beneficial for people with ADHD or not, but for people that are obsessed with micro-learning and Kaizen and the idea of maximizing potential habit stacks.
Yeah.
Don't think that's neurodivergent friendly.
Yeah, that's. I think
that's aimed at the wrong people who are desperate to try and get something to actually benefit them.
Yeah,
I think that's a scam.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's necessarily directed at ADHD people.
Yeah.
Kind of everybody tries to market everything to ADHD people at some stage. But I agree. I don't think I would use it because even when I've got a Pomodoro timer at home, I never remember to use it.
Yeah,
it's just there and it looks good.
Do you think that at work, if you were in like an office cubicle space or like a co-working space, you'd have the audacity to put down a machine that says I'm busy?
Nah, you look.
Like well, if I walk up to someone and they point to a machine saying busy, I'll smash the machine, bro. What the are you doing? Talk to me, bro. What the take your headphones out, you idiot. Talk to me, man. What the are you doing? Bro. Especially if I know you. If I don't know you and you point to me, I'll literally just be like, oh, rude, and then just walk off.
It'll be like this.
Bro. And then for me, it'll be this. Busy. Oh! You didn't see that coming, did you? Because you're too busy. Guy, bro.
It's kind of impractical, but I'd love to see. Yeah, listen, we need to find if anybody used it.
Can you comment on whether you would actually benefit from that, or whether you think I'm right? Like, is that a slappable offence? If someone just points to a machine that says busy, are you?
I think the point is you don't even need to point to it. The person
just look from across the room.
They just see it and they're like, no, Jordan's busy. We better go.
Yeah, but like, bro, can you not see I'm busy from just working anyway? Like, I'm at my job. Like, I'm working. I'm not gonna lie. If this was at the Telegraph, now I think about it, yeah. There's people that will come and bother you over nonsense, and like try and get you to do something quick time, and you'd have to say to them face to face. So people that don't have, I found a market for it. People that don't have the same set of bollocks that I have, right? In social interactions. Doesn't mean you don't have to be brave. Some people don't like social interactions. So that's actually very TISM and ADHD. People that don't like confrontation. That could be fantastic, but then it could lead to deeper confrontation. So actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because some people are arseholes. Some people don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's still good in the normal working world to have real interactions with real people.
Yeah.
So if someone is bothering you and busy, you need to learn and have a boundary to say, I'm busy.
Yeah.
Can you just give me 5 minutes?
Yeah.
You need to learn that. Regardless of how you cope with these things, I feel like you should have that in your pocket as a tool. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I guess it helps to be able to screen stuff so that you don't miss out on urgent opportunities, because actually you might miss out on stuff when people are like, oh no, let's not go and talk to them.
Exactly.
Actually, it might be something that you wish they come and speak to you about.
You want to talk to humans. This is taking humanization away from it. And this is the kind of like Google head office kind of shit, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, since working from home has become a thing, you kind of realise now that being in the office, the main reason to be there is for the interactions that you get, like the water cooler chat and all that
this
kind of
This is literally for Donnies that work with their wife, innit?
What do you mean?
This guy's sick of his wife working from home. And she just bursts into just talking nonsense to him about the washing up, and he's just like, listen. Just give me 10 minutes, I'm busy, bruv. Off. That's her, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, we don't kink shame. What if he's into that? Anyways, what's next? What we got? Hang on.
Fine.
We can roll 6 more minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a bit of good news. I want to know what your take is as a neurodivergent. Do you hear that? So Gatwick Airport's the latest, apparently, airport to do away with the 100 mil rule. Into the camera.
Is there?
Yeah, it's big news for anyone who's ever had to chug a full bottle of water in an airport security line.
Yeah. From the middle aisle. It's long. It's long. Excuse me, do you mind if I just... And you wait there, try to drain the whole snake in it, and then that's it.
Yeah, after over 20 years of all of that, Gatwick has finally joined other airports in ending the rule, because they've now got the upgraded CT scanners, which scan your stuff.
You realise no one's going to blow up no one from some 105 ml bottle, bruv? Am I?
So you can bring up, I have no idea. So yeah, you can bring up to 2 litres.
What's the I'm about to say 2 litres.
Yeah.
What's the upper limit? A keg?
Apparently this is what I'm told.
Because
you can bring up to 2 litres of liquid through security in your hand luggage without having to put it into a separate bag. Yeah.
That's good, because I'm a thirsty boy. I always have been. I've always drank maybe 4 litres a day. Every day.
But what about your packing and just like having to do all the decanting into those like little plastic things from... Oh, really?
It's kind of fun. Because I'm quite a minimum wastage person. So I like my bathroom to just have all my goodies there. But when I go away, it's like I don't want to carry all the goodies in case I lose it. Sounds silly, but I have a very specific like beards wash that I get, the L'Oreal one. If you know about that, you know about it. It's so live. It takes all the like flakes away. It's like non-itchy. It's soft. That's so good. And because I'm bald now, I can go from here and just wash the hair with it as well. It's good stuff. But to carry that whole massive one with me, and it's like £10 a bottle now.
Yeah.
I'm lazy when I go on holiday. I'm just like, I'll just leave it there. I can't be asked.
But doesn't it you off when you decant a bit? You either decant too little, right? And then if you do too little, then you're kind of using half doses of it every day, and actually your face is just drier.
Yeah. Fair.
Or if you do a bit too much, and then you come home, and then a few months later you're like, well, it's all kind all kind of dried in the freaking bottle now. So actually,
this is a first world problem, I lie.
This is. It
is, but I can't lie. I'm already vexed by it, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Problem is the best thing you can do is go and buy while you're over there, because most of the countries that you're going on holiday to, are up to date. They have Nivea deodorant, it's just cool. You can just get some stuff, and to be fair,
but I hate wasting it though. When you buy like 100 ml one, and you're there for like 2 days exactly.
I recently took the EasyJet size bag and managed to fit a lot in there, and had a really like minimalistic holiday. It was really nice.
Right.
Half of the bag was taken up by the liquids.
Yeah.
But the thing is though, what me off is you pay for speedy boarding, you get a 1.5 times bigger bag, but you go there with a child and you get speedy boarding anyway. So why can't, through the same principle, you give me a slightly bigger bag? Because technically I've got the speedy boarding. So you automatically qualify for speedy boarding if you have a child. So why don't I get the bag? I'm sorry to have diverted off, but that me off.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm just picturing the person who stood at the gate kind of being like...
They got told that their mum could be sucked by me. 100%. I'm sorry. No, they were actually, no one even checked on the way in and no one checked on the way out of
Oh,
EasyJet.
okay, that's fine.
Of
But what
EasyJet.
did you ever used to get that stress when you're
And
there?
you get there and you're like, oh my God, they're going to do my bag.
No, when you're at security and you have to open it, you have to get all these liquids out,
Yeah.
and just like, oh, they're gonna
Because you've
like
accidentally
the
left some-
bags, like the tiny little bit of the bag won't seal.
It's because you've left pseudocreme in there for the baby and they take it off you and then you have to go buy more. That's literally what happens. It's pseudocreme and it's half full.
So are you happy? Are you happy that this rule's come into play, or is it not going to make a difference to you?
It ain't gonna make jack shit difference to me, man. I don't care because I will either just. It's still the same stress. You still have to put it in the clear bag, you know.
No, you don't.
Oh, you don't. So you can just dash it in
You
there.
don't take it out of your bag. You just leave it in your bag.
Calm.
Yeah. I was so happy when I saw it. I was like,
I don't travel enough for it to affect me.
Okay.
Because it's all part and parcel of a travel day for me. But I can imagine people that fly regularly, that would be a massive relief because you could just pack it in there. You don't have to have it on the top, waiting ready to unzip and then take the thing out and then do the. Yeah, that's long. Especially just like you're thirsty and you don't want to pay £4 for a bottle of water when you get the other side. So you get your 8p bottle of water from Costco and then you forget. This is 6p actually, but you get there. Shout out, literally that one, isn't it? You get there and you're like, oh, I'm gonna just sip the water, and then all of a sudden, you've got 3 hours left. You panic. You go through the gate straight away just to make sure, innit? And then you walk and you forget, and you're like, oh, this water. You don't even drink the whole thing. You drink a little bit of it, and then you're like,
yeah,
I'm just in this lingo of I should have just been there. Who gets 6p?
Yeah.
That's what I call my Sheng techers.
Okay.
Because them boys know how to
maximize
potential, and that is a compliment.
Yeah.
So if any of the Shengs ever end up watching this, pick up you lot because I've absorbed it now. It's part of my history. It's part of my culture now. I'm not wasting nothing.
All right. Let's go to Ask a Dope Boy. Last bit. So listener examples. This one's quite funny. Quitting on a whim. So I was looking on Reddit, and one Reddit user story encapsulates their impulsivity nightmare. I impulsively quit my job today, she confessed. Waking up overwhelmed, she texted her boss a resignation without thinking, then immediately regretted it. I just ... decided not to go to work, and then I quit by a text and blocked my boss. Right, the 32-year-old who struggled with ADHD and anxiety. In hindsight, there was no rational plan. It was a flood of emotion and insecurity that led to a spontaneous and irreversible decision. Now she's left panicking about bills and berating herself. I beat myself up constantly over the things I do on impulse. I never learned my lesson. This kind of quit or fire off an email in the heat of the moment scenario is classic ADHD.
I'm panicking now. I'm going to lose my job. Have you seen that meme?
No. No.
It's the I don't know whether it's like a proper dude or whatever, but it's like paedophile hunters and they catch this little ball donny and he's just like, I'm panicking now, I'm gonna lose my job. So it's just how she's woken up this morning and gone, fuck that, I'm gonna block him as well. You know my favorite about this is I will do this. I'll block you. Try contact me, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm moving. I have so many friends, sorry, this is so funny to me. That is so me. I have so many friends that always get very stressed out and they think that people own them. And they're like, no, I'll just send them this extra text to just like try and call it off. Bruv, tell them to go away, block them. They don't have to be your friend. I've had some recent friends recently that I've had, well, not like a falling out with, but they just stopped talking to me really. It was over something stupid. I blocked his ass, bruv.
Yeah, but this is about
a boss.
About your job.
But you could go get a new job. Who cares?
She obviously cares.
No, she does now. Idiot. Then you're an idiot. That's your prerogative, isn't it? But for me, I'm a little bit too savage. I just got to get a new job. But I have quite a few qualifications. So I could walk into anything, really. I'm lucky that way. So maybe it's damage limitation. You know your worth, innit? If this is if this is your only job, right, and this is your only bit of training you've ever had, this is kind of like, imagine your boss is like the gatekeeper to all things in that zone as well. And you f***ed him off, you blocked him. You better unblock him and start kissing
start groveling.
I'm sorry, I'm had a meltdown. You need to go to doctors and get some antidepressants to prove that shit.
Yeah, this is like the.
Oh my god, that's such a.
Yeah, this
Could you imagine one of your staff just comes in and just goes, "Oh hey, I'm done, blocked." You try to message the back as one tick.
Yes.
Wait, George, what do you mean you're not coming in today? Just aired. Imagine you had 6 surgeries booked. Imagine your boss if you had 6 surgeries booked and you never showed up again, ever. Out without a trace. pension contributions gone, doesn't matter. They still have to fill out all their forms as well, their P60, everything.
That'd be the dumb thing.
Is there any context? Is there what job does she do?
I don't know.
Should we guess what job she does?
Go on.
I feel like it's something dumb, like she's a vet or something. You know what I mean? Not that's not dumb.
I doubt it.
She works in a vet. She's like a
Yeah, this isn't going to be like something you've dedicated years to becoming. This is going to be a job where it must be one that is replaceable.
Who do you see complain about? This is definitely retail.
Yeah,
it's definitely retail.
I'd say something like that.
She works in Hollister or something, and she's 32.
32.
No,
yeah. Well, I think this is definitely an example of where the 24-hour rule is your best friend.
Wait 24 hours.
If you feel like doing something wild or impulsive like that, see how you feel with 24 hours. If you feel the same way in 24 hours, fire off the text. If you don't, or maybe not even fire off the text.
No, send it to somebody else.
Yeah, figure out a sensible way.
Put as many barriers between you and that conversation as possible to see if it's still worth the thing.
Yeah, exactly. After 24 hours.
Sound it out.
Yeah. Soundboarding it with someone that you trust. Listen to what they say.
Can we just role play it? I mean,
okay. Well, you're her then.
Wait, George, listen. Yeah, I can't do it. You're an idiot. Suck your mum in it. And just then, that's it. Blocked. Imagine, how do you feel when you get that text? Or any text. How do you feel when you get that text? What are you going to do? You're a mug, isn't it? That's all it is. You just have to wear mug on your forehead all day.
Yeah, fire.
But is it expected? Has she done something to who? There's so much context needed.
Okay, should I...
There's so much context needed.
Yeah, there is. And it's definitely way more. But it's a long...
Okay, we might have to come back to this though.
Yeah.
Right, next episode we're gonna start straight off because I need the dealo on this. I need this. I need to figure this out. I want to see if my assumption is right. That shall I go on record and make an assumption here?
Go on.
I don't even think it's like a fascinating one. I just reckon that she's let it boil over.
Yeah.
Is this an ADHD thing?
It's on the ADHD. I read it.
Oh, I've got to have compassion and I've got to be kind. She's let something overwhelm her for time, not said nothing at all, and then that's just the final marker. She hasn't spoken about her ADHD at all, and then something stupid's happened. That's what I'm guessing. I know it's very broad. It's probably very sensible, safe option, but...
Do you want me to read it in full? Take me a minute.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So many times before, I just woke up and decided not to go to work. And then I quit by a text and blocked my boss. I'm 32 years old and have been medicated on and off for most of my life. I've been to therapy on and off as well. I am ADD, inattentive type, and struggle with depression and anxiety.
Inattentive type.
Yeah. Leading up to this impulse to quit my job, I felt insecure at work. I felt like no one liked me, that they thought I was stupid, and I just constantly wanted to walk out the door. Did I have a reason to feel this way? I really don't know. But I feel so hopeless today that I'll never be able to commit to anything and I'll always have bad work ethic. I beat myself up constantly over the things I do out of impulse. I never learn my lesson. I have zero sense of reward or consequence and no amount of medication will ever improve that. I tried everything and really just want to crawl into a hole and disappear. I don't know what I'm doing even writing this, but I know someone out there with ADD must understand this on some level and may have conquered this issue somehow. If you're out there, please help me.
Well, I'm a cunt. I judge this. I know someone. I know someone that's very much like this, and I have conversations with this person weekly, and they fall into that same spiral. This is from my observation of just trying to help. I don't want to fix people. I used to want to fix people. Big ADHD thing. I want to fix you. I can help you. Now, as an observation of what would I do? That's horrible. That's horrible. Living in your own head thinking people hate you. But that is the imposter. That's proper imposter syndrome. Right. Proper. There is no, in my opinion, what works for me, there is no fix. There is no reasoning with it. There's no rationalizing it. Yeah? You just have to act irregardless of those thoughts. Okay? It's really hard to separate the thought from the action. So, for example, going into work thinking people hate you. But you need work to money to support life, so you need to have gratitude. So you need to practice gratitude for what you have in your life. Cool, I need this job because I actually love my life at home. If she doesn't, then I would say you need to figure out what you love in life. It's all about switching that mindset to, I heard a lot of like, I'm not, or I can't, or no medication will change this. It's all, what's the word? It's a negative feedback loop, isn't it? Negative feedback loops are fascinating because the only way to break them is with positivity.
Yeah.
Again, in my opinion, right? There's lots of jargon out there. Go read up, but lots of it can just, like fake it till you make it. I have been in positions where I've been so down and beat up, and I felt like that. I felt very worthless because of the way people talk to you, and you believe it when you're in a vulnerable state, right? You have to fake your happiness sometimes because you want to be happy, you can't feel it. Yeah. But the things you're doing are literally like going for a walk with your dog should make you happy. It should make you happy. It's just a nice thing to do. Go outside, enjoy the weather.
Yeah. Is it like manifesting in a way?
Manifesting is woo-woo, I think. I think that word is woo-woo. It's very overused. It's oversold. Yeah. You can buy like manifesting books and stuff. Like if it's sold for me, it's a little bit like it's just washed out. But you're right. I think the purpose of it is you manifest it. Yeah. You wake up and you say to yourself like, do you know what? The realization of expecting that to happen today. Yeah. Then when it happens, you're not surprised. Yeah, exactly. You're not triggered by it. You're not like, another day of being like hated and this. Cool, people are going to hate me today. Does that change who I am? No. But then a lot of self-awareness and a lot of training I've had to beat that. So I've gone through it, and negative language, you just try and stop the negative language. That's just part of coaching. Waking up and like this morning, I was like, oh, my throat is properly sore. And it's like, well, I've got gastritis, I've got reflux. I was just laying way too flat. Yeah. It's just a bit of acid that's come up. I'm on acid blockers at the moment. So it's, whatever, cool, but cool. I know, but every day, like a little something happens. So just. Yeah.
And you know what to do now.
I know what to do now. So my advice to you would be go and find a really, really, really decent coach, someone that would understand you, someone that can help you realign that positive structure. Yeah. Yeah. Therapy is not always necessary with people. It's very deep. So you need a good back end to help deal with a lot of this baggage, right? It's like baggage, really difficult. Go to like a conscious connected breath work or a somatic breath work. Try and just let a little bit of it go. There's lots of holistic healing you can do to help yourself. Positivity is incredible. It's fascinating how good positivity is. I have this thing where
that's the essence of it, isn't it? Because some of these like different forms of therapy can be quite inaccessible to people. Either if you live somewhere that doesn't really have them, or they're quite expensive. They can be. Yeah. So imagine you don't have, for anybody who doesn't have access to those. Like what would you say is like? Well, also, I think positivity, like you said, is
it's great. But also imagine she's got all the money in the world, but she goes to leave that door and goes, I'm not even worth therapy. She ain't gonna go do it. It's just, you're locked. I'm not worth doing anything. I'm just worth crawling in a hole. That's what she said. Like, I'm just worth the hole. She needs someone face to go, you are worth it. There's energy that comes from people. Like, I'm quite good at spreading positivity. Like, I've thought about doing coaching myself and doing power hours and really gassing people up because it's something I'm really passionate about. If someone's staring you in the face, you can tell whether they're lying or not. Like, well, personally, I can. Maybe that's an ADHD thing, but I believe that someone really giving you that energy, you can absorb it. So it's like she needs a really good support system. She needs a massive hug from someone she's probably never met that actually will tell her straight, like, you are absolutely worth every penny. Yeah. Maybe research like just standard positive mantras. Just go for the woo-woo stuff first because it helps break the ice. It's quite difficult to open up and be that honest person. Yeah. People judge me all the time, like what I look like, tattoos. I paint my nails, just whatever, and then I'm sat here talking about like, just be kind. Go give someone a hug. Yeah. When was the last time you kissed someone on the cheek and just give them a little bit of passion and just said you'll be all right? Rub someone's heads, put them in a headlock, beat them up. No. But no, seriously, the old school scruff from your dad. You want the little like, you'll be all right, son. Yeah. That's massive weight.
Yeah, if you know what your your tonic is.
Exactly, if you know what your tonic is. But start the journey. Yeah. Don't just sit in that negative feedback loop. Just start the journey. Don't let emotion overwhelm you. Just call it what it is. It's anxiety. It's there to not serve you. What is there to serve you is sunlight, good healthy food, deep breathing. It works.
That takes us to the end of another episode of the Dope Boys. If you enjoyed this, let us know in the comments, wherever it might end up. Mm-hmm. and I'm going to be back for another episode of Madness. If you have any questions or any thoughts about what we've discussed, if you think we're good, if you think we're morons, let us know.
I lied. Just let us know, right? We're going to do it anyway. I'm not going to let the emotion stop the action. You're going to see a lot more in it.
There we go.
So like, comment, subscribe, and remember, your mum.